Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Victoria 2 as Persia. So we've just been working recently on getting and keeping the Ottomans, or Turkey I guess, formerly the Ottomans, in our sphere. We have them in our sphere and we're trying to protect against France. We may try to ban them or just drop down their opinion or something in a little while. Egypt, we're really just competing with the UK here, so we'll try and keep an eye on those. Also, we would like to get involved in some sort of great war soon, if possible. Looks like Germany is doing something here. Is that true? Not really. Okay. Just shows up in the outliner here and makes me worried about it. We also have these rebels, of course, that we have just taken care of. That's fine. Lots of factories getting built too. We have tensions in Persian Punjab. Well, it hasn't become a crisis at all yet, so hopefully it won't ever in the future. It should be decreasing, I think. Yeah, it's decreasing faster than it's increasing, so shouldn't be too much of a problem there. Italy has entered an alliance with Turkey. Alright. Good to know. Looks like we are doing fine here. I think we might just actually go up to 100. There's no point, I think, doing anything to France while they're not actively influencing. And in that case, I might drop down to medium there and go up to high priority on Egypt. See if we can possibly steal them from the UK. Oh, we've just been discredited. Well, at least they spent some of their influence on that. Looks like they've actually stopped influencing, at least for the moment. Okay. It's fine by me. And they're back up there. Let's see, I didn't know if I checked before whether we can build infrastructure here. We can build railroads, okay. I think we'll do that then. We have plenty of money, we can afford to build all possible railroads. Let's actually switch to the relevant map mode here so we can actually see. Should help out our influence there. Actually, I don't think it helps, I think it just rather hurts other people's influence. Anyway, we are the only one with any investment in there now, which is good for us. So we can spend our 50 points on dropping the UK down to cordial. Don't think that's really a good idea, though. Turkey has rebels. They can probably take care of these rebels just fine. We are probably able to build more military units, so let's do that. Build an engineer and some hussars. Let's move this stack out of our rally point so they don't all pile up there. Looks like we are the only one influencing now. UK has stopped again. So hopefully we'll just be able to get to 100 here and sphere them. France is allied with the Chinese Empire. Okay. Looks like France has not been doing much influencing in Turkey. But they are now. We could ban them, but Russia's ban expires in January, which is very soon, and they could start influencing again then. Yeah, it looks like they're not really focusing on it, they're only doing it occasionally, so if we get up to 100 and keep influencing, it'll start lowering their influence, and that should hopefully be enough to keep us there. And we're doing fine in Egypt too, that's good. And them old cotton fields, not cottle. That's not even a real thing. We can increase our relations with Bhutan. So we will. Let's check out our factories and probably expand some. Though none of them are probably near enough to their, well, a few of them are, to their limit that they absolutely need expanding right now, is what I was going to say there. We may as well do it. Especially since we are still encouraging craftsmen pretty much everywhere. Oh, we've been expelled from Egypt. It's unfortunate. At least the UK spent all their points on that. And our discredit expires in April, so we'll get back to a high rate of influence then. Factory throughput tech increased is good. Okay, so Russia is back to influencing here. We are about to get to 100. We'll start working against them then. With the announcement of a host nation, the International Olympic Committee has sent invitations to its members to attend the Games. Shall we attend the 6th Olympic Games? Well, of course we shall. Why wouldn't we? The Austro-Hungarian fear. What are they fearing? They are having some rebels. War going on in China, nothing else, though, anywhere else going on. So we're up to 100 here. Which means anytime that France or Russia is not actively influencing, we'll be actually dropping their influence. Looks like Austria-Hungary is working on it now too, though. So this is kind of bad. I think we're going to need to do something about both of them. Unfortunately, with 3 countries influencing, if we were to, say, drop Austria's opinion and also Russia's, we would be left basically defenseless against France. Though they seem to be the one that are least serious about actually doing anything. I think it's better then to do something sooner rather than later. I'll just decrease opinion of both of them down to cordial. Grievous insults. we can gain a cut down to size CB on Kokand, or we can increase relations, lose prestige, jingoism gains militancy. Let's actually take the cut down to size CB and use it. Since that will be a fun little war. I'll just wait until I can send another ambassador here. We've been discredited in Turkey, okay, or in Egypt rather. It's fine. Decrease opinion of Russia. So Austria-Hungary just spent their 50 points on going right back up to friendly, that's fine. Okay. Let's see, you're allied with Khiva, so we were going to get into a war with Khiva as well, most likely. We could use this opportunity to establish Protectorate, one or both of them. Though it will cost us the full 10 infamy. Maybe it's worth doing since we're relatively low on infamy now. I think we would take Khiva if we were going to take either. We have some pretty decent populations and are generally larger. Costs us 50 war score to demand a peace deal. We don't need to call allies. Just check that they aren't... Oh, they are friendly with Japan. Okay, if we end up in a war with Japan, then we'll accept the consequences, I suppose. And I'll assume I'm not going to need much in the way of troops to actually fight them. Maybe we can do it with just this one stack. I'll kill their army first. Looks like they haven't called in Khiva, and Japan has not intervened. At least yet. Okay. So things pretty much as before here. We have still got France not actually doing anything here, it looks like. Still got Russia and Austria-Hungary really going for it though. Which is unfortunate. I think they're going to probably manage to get them out of our sphere. The ideal thing to happen would be for Austria-Hungary to just drop out of the top 8 and stop being a great power now. Which could happen. Let's just check on West Morocco. Everything's still fine there. Okay, we gained a core. Oops. We can't actually add a war goal, we don't have enough jingoism. More farming efficiency, though we're pretty close. They want to give us cut Kokand down to size, which I will decline for the moment. Liberia has gone bankrupt. have Jacobin rebels, which looks like it's not going to be a problem. You can stop being in charge of rebels, and I'll tell this army to do it. Yep, that's looking pretty bad there. They still want to get out of the war, which we're going to decline. Okay, those rebels were indeed no problem. Okay, more diplomatic influence is going to help us out in our quest to sphere people. Not sure what we should really go for next. Maybe industry. Sure, we'll do shift work. So, still no problems in Morocco. Oops, I did not mean to remove my priority there. Okay. So it looks like Austria-Hungary is about to get up to 100 here. We can probably get to 50 before them and kick them back down to cordial, but that's just going to leave Russia at basically 100. So obviously they would accept that, but we would maybe like to add a war goal, which we can actually do now. We could establish protectorate them. It will cost us the full 10 infamy. I suppose we'll do it though. No. Yeah, Austria-Hungary has indeed removed Turkey, so that is unfortunate. I guess we can't cut them down to size. I guess we are going to lose a bunch of prestige from this now, which is not something that I considered, but I really should have, and makes me kind of regret actually spending that 10 infamy on this now. Oh well. We gained some land. And we can enact a reform. Let's get healthcare again. Opinion of us in Turkey dropped to cordial, okay. So that was Russia, I guess. I didn't actually take note of who it said it was, but either way, we're down to cordial. We're at 50 influence of our own. We can go straight back up to friendly. It still leaves Russia in the lead. Or we can wait till we get to 100. I think in Egypt we should ban the UK, and since nobody else is really actively trying for it, that should leave us pretty clear to go up to 100 and sphere them. Also removes our discredit, of course, which is good. We're not going to do anything with Turkey just yet. Germany entered an alliance with Turkey. We've discovered political science. Ugh, and Russia has dropped our opinion in Turkey down to neutral. Okay. Even worse. They haven't actually sphered them themselves yet, so maybe it's not so bad. Anyway, we're out of time for this episode, so we'll have to worry about it next time. Thanks for watching, and join me again then.